So with all these different keyboards out on the App Store, it gets kind of difficult to choose which one is the best one. So I just kind of made this video to compile all of the ones that I have found, and hopefully by the end of this, you guys will agree with my opinion on which one is the best keyboard. Now this is obviously an opinion, so my answer will probably not be your answer, so just keep that in mind. Now the first keyboard I want to talk about is the AOSP keyboard, which stands for the Android Open Source Platform Keyboard. I think that's what it stands for. And this keyboard actually just comes stock with any ROM that you usually flash. I think it comes with Dirty Unicorns and Resurrection Remix. The reason I like this keyboard is the fact that it has a green spacebar, and it kind of sets it apart from any other keyboards. It's pretty much just the Google keyboard with a green spacebar and a few other features that are similar to Google keyboard. I believe this one also has the hollow white and hollow blue theme suggestion, but all in all, this keyboard is not that bad for, just being stock out of the box. The next keyboard is Go Keyboard. Now, I used to have the Go launcher back on my HTC Inspire, and that launcher was actually pretty good at the time because it was running Gingerbread, and the launcher seemed like it was running like ICS type of like a theme on it. And the Go Keyboard honestly is full of features. Some of them you have to pay for, and it honestly doesn't look that great coming like straight out of the box as soon as you download it. It's honestly just like any other keyboard. It has a swipe suggestions. The theme store seems kind of useless, honestly, because the themes are just kind of random, and I don't really see why people would use those with a keyboard. But I mean, some of you guys might like it, some of you guys might not. But Go Keyboard would not be my first choice, and I do apologize if you're under 13. That little ad that popped up was kind of inappropriate. Now this keyboard is one that gets talked about a lot on the forums, and that is Chroma Keyboard or Chroma Keyboard. Honestly, the reason I like it is because it syncs with your Gmail, so your settings that are stuck with one phone, say you have a certain settings on your tablet, that can roll over to your phone as well, and vice versa. If you switch it on one, it goes to the other, and I like that a lot. But I mean, I don't really change my settings that much on my keyboards, so once it's set, it's set. This keyboard honestly has a ton of features, but you also have to pay for them too, and some of them, like I said, are not the most, they're kind of useless, honestly. All in all, this keyboard has so much potential, but the reason that you have to pay for it seems kind of backwards. Now I understand these app developers spend a lot of time doing this, and they need money in order to develop more apps in the future. But if you're talking about keyboards, I believe some of the keyboards that we already talked about, like AOSP keyboard, that comes with most of the features that you need right out of the box. And for some reason, I could not find a way to get this keyboard to turn a regular color, but that's just, I mean, if you like yellow keyboards, then that's perfectly fine with you, I guess. So this keyboard isn't that bad, but it's really not that good either. I like the fact that it syncs in with other things, but it's really up to you. If you're willing to pay the extra money, then I guess it is worth it for you. Now the next keyboard is Google Keyboard. This keyboard is basically amazing because this is Google's way of envisioning how a keyboard should be, and they just smushed it into an app and they just put it on the App Store, and I love that. And with recent updates, this keyboard has only gotten better. One thing I don't really like about it is that they knocked out the hollow blue and the hollow ICS. It was the ICS type of keyboard, and they knocked those out. I'm not really sure why. They could have kept those in, but maybe they don't want to be stuck with the old things. They want to improve it. This keyboard comes with a ton of new features. They also have a way of adjusting the height of the keyboard, and they even have one-handed mode, so if you want to swap out to one side to the other. Now that's kind of become a problem with me, so when I'm swiping on the keyboard, I might be accidentally holding down that specific button. I think it's the alternate key, and whenever I click that, I would accidentally swipe into that and swipe into one-handed mode, and it would just kind of switch into one-handed mode. It's not that hard to get out of, but it's just kind of just keep that in mind if you're gonna download this. Now the next keyboard is this keyboard called Kika Keyboard. Now I've never heard of this, but it was one of the higher rated keyboards. It's pretty much just like the Go launcher Go keyboard. It comes with some themes and stuff, and it's kind of into a theme of the lollipop kind of thing with a hollow ICS type of thing. It's really confusing how to name this keyboard, but I guess it was rated high because it had the emojis, and this was back when like Jelly Bean was still like coming out, and only the Nexus had like Kit Kat, and that was the one with emojis. So there's not really a demand for this keyboard anymore, and that basically sums up this keyboard. It's basically just like Go Keyboard. Swiping, everything about this keyboard is smooth. Everything about every single keyboard that I talked about today is smooth. There aren't really many errors or bugs anymore like there used to be. So it all really comes down to features and just the way it looks. So in my opinion, which keyboard is the best? I would have to say the Google Keyboard is the best keyboard you can get right now. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, all the features are free, it comes with a ton of features. I love the new design of it, I love the border, it makes it look so much more elegant, and you can adjust the size. There's really no bugs, and I do not have any fear of recommending this keyboard. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe because that really means a lot. Please like this video so I can make much better high quality content. Comment if you do guys have any questions. And please add me on Snapchat, that is in the description as well. And I hope you guys like this video, and I hopefully will see you in the next video.